is Karma Trader, guys. Today is gonna be a really long stream because I'm going to be um, streaming since now, and I usually stream some minutes before the opening. I already took the trade here. It was kind of a risky trade because we have news in 5 minutes. Okay, but um, I think the news are going to drop the market, and that's the reason why I decided to take the trade right now. Okay, so yeah, as I said, I already took a trade to the downside. Here we have the opening range that is being created. Okay, also remember this blue rectangle that I've been talking about the past few days. Well, look how we reached back to it one more time, and then we dropped heavily to the downside. I don't think the news are going to take the market again to the consequent encouragement of this range, but it could happen as well. Today we should have a drop. If we don't have a drop today, would mean that this week we will not have any drops. Okay, why say that? Because doing the massive drop, the whole massive drop tomorrow is not gonna benefit the market in any sense. So today we should do a drop at least back to this Asian range low, at least that's the minimum. But what I would expect today is to reach previous lows here on November 24th. Okay, so that would be my target for today, and tomorrow take NASDAQ to 20,000 and below if we can. Okay, because tomorrow, yes, I mean we have had days where we do 1,000 points drops. It has happened, but it's not very common. It's more common to have 1,000 points a drop in 2 days, yes, or 3 days, yes. Usually in 2 days, so you drop like 700 in one day. So we could do that today, and the next day after the retracement, because we retrace like after dropping like 700 points, we retrace like 200 or 300 points. So the next day we don't count those 300s that we retraced because it already dropped that. So it will drop the 300 that it made as a retracement, and then it will drop the left 200 or 300 points to complete 1,000 points. That I think we will have a massive drop of 8,000 points today and tomorrow. So let's see how it goes. So right now here we are 2 minutes away from news. I really expect the news to take the market lower because that would give me the insight that we really want to continue dropping. But if for some reason we make the news go higher, that would be bad. That would be bad because it could mean that we will not drop today, and not as hard as I think we will drop. Okay, so you know. So I kind of want to take the trade out, I think, because I don't want to be stopped out. So let me put a buy stop here, just in case. Okay, yeah, it was stopped out, that's fine. But anyways, I really want to enter here to the downside. I don't want to even though I know we will drop, I don't want to just risk it. Okay, so just give it time to see how it reacts. Look how we failed to displace to the buy side, so that's something good to happen. Uh, because as I said, I don't expect a big movement to the buy side. I think this should be uh, the last tries that we have to the buy side. I kind of want to take a trade here to the downside again. I think I'm taking it. Let me see. Well, I'm taking it here, and I'm not holding this too much. I'm going to be really careful with this. I don't want to lose any money in this trade, so that's why I'm putting my stop loss really tight this time. I don't want mistakes with this news. Okay, so that's the only reason why I decided to enter this trade. Uh, it would be really sad if we just sweep me and then retrace, but that's how life is. It can happen sometimes. If not, this should be a great position to continue going down. As I said, this would be for me the maximum uh, that we should go higher today, respecting this fair value gap that we have in here. We can still go and sweep on the top of that, but we can also just respect it and continue going down from here, which should be a good thing to happen since I'm expecting a big drop. If I didn't expect a big drop today, I would say that we already have a room to go to the buy side because we have very nice liquidity here and we have very nice liquidity pressed in here. But what the market is giving me is a clear, perfect setup to continue dropping massively. So 8:30 a.m. is a fantastic time to just do that. Okay. So here we have also 7:45 liquidity. If you have seen my streams, you know that 7:45 a.m. liquidity is a liquidity that is very important to be taken. Okay. And this liquidity just too close to it. Something that makes me think that maybe we would like to get away from it. Just like we did here, we usually get away from this liquidity when we don't sweep it around 100 or 200 points to then sweep it, right? But today what I'm expecting is just to sweep that liquidity and continue going lower non-stop, going away from it, okay? So yeah, right now we just wait to see how the market reacts, and that's it, okay? I think I caught a very nice position, but yeah, you know, anything could happen right now. You have to be mindful of that. This is my morning coffee, no sugar, just fantastic. Okay, so beside those news, we don't have anything else. 8:30 a.m. News really haven't react at all. This candle is not a news candle. This is just a normal candle that was trying to do something, but seems like the news haven't hit at all the market. As I said, I'm expecting lower prices, and for that to happen, we cannot go further than this. I mean, if we go further than this, the market just wants to continue playing games. Remember that the NASDAQ has a convergence with Bitcoin, and right now the Bitcoin already dropped around $10,000, and the NASDAQ has been going down. So this divergency at some point has to end, and they have to commit, and they have to meet again. So Bitcoin has been doing that since the weekend, and NASDAQ has been going up and up and up. So uh, if we don't, something that I don't think so, but if we don't end that convergency today and tomorrow and match with Bitcoin, we will be so far away from that convergency again that it will take some rampage movement to align their convergency. Okay, so that's why I'm so confident that today we should be dropping and tomorrow we should be dropping. Okay, right now probably Bitcoin is already making its way up. I haven't seen Bitcoin, to be honest. I haven't checked, uh, but I think Bitcoin is making its way up already. So uh, if that's happening, that's okay, because on Friday we should be doing some higher movements. So if we match the movements or the flow of the market with Bitcoin today and tomorrow, we will be able to continue that flow on Friday with some higher movements, right? But first, we will need to stick to them and match their piece, because we haven't done that. So well, right now I'm not worried at all about going higher, but I'm pending that we stay in a very nice position. Right now, in my eyes, I have this liquidity void here that I hope we respect. Okay, and that we the most that we could do is just touch it and go back down again. That's what I'm expecting to happen if we will need to get a higher position. But right now, I think we are in the best position possible for today's market. Uh, for the drop, I think it's the very best position, to be honest. Unless you count a 2 a.m. position, okay, because that was the highest high of today. You know? So, uh, yeah, if you did that, fantastic, congratulations. But if not, I think this is the best position you could get if the market doesn't want to play games. I'm moving my stop loss just in case we want to play some games. So, yeah. So why did I move it there? Because if we want to play games, we will make a single sweep through all of this liquidity, just a single one to then drop. Okay, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. But if we don't, we should be staying below this void here. Okay, respecting also the Asian range low uh, there. Okay, well, it didn't happen. That's fine. We got it stopped out. That's okay as well. So remember we have still this blue square or rectangle here that is a fair value gap in the 4 hour, and we usually tend to be touching that many times. I really want to enter again, but I feel like it's not very nice to do, and it's not yet. But I'm really tempted because I think this space here, I think it's a safe space to enter. Like all of this, I think it's a very safe space to just use as a range of entries. Let me enter. Sorry for my puppy. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to see how it reacts, but I really want to get into this right now. I really want to. I'm doubting it because if we go higher, it's gonna be a rapid move. Okay, it's gonna be really rapid because we are not planning on going higher, and due to we are not planning of going higher, that's gonna just take some candles to get there, you know, and then just it reverse because it's like when you have to do shorts and you have to go somewhere that uh, that you don't want to go there, but you still need to go there. So you just try to do it as fast as possible to leave that place as soon as possible. You know, so that's what happens with the buy side right now. With the buy side, for me, it's a place that we don't want to revisit any longer. We really don't want to go there, but if we have to go there, the market will do it as fast as possible, so it can get away from it. You know? Yeah, you know, what can you do? What can you do? So right now we can enjoy the free fall if it happens. Once it starts, it's not gonna stop. And if you check, we only have a 46, sorry, a 44 points gap, which is really nothing. So we can easily drop 800 from here to use it as the opening range. 800 points to use it as a opening range of 150 points. You know, so it can easily do that if it really wants to continue dropping. So just give it some time. At 9 a.m. should the party already start. Right now it's like they are organizing everything, you know. So I'm gonna show you guys my puppy. Show you guys here every day, but I never get tired. Oh, yeah, she's a very beautiful puppy. Oh, yeah, she's not very. You shouldn't be mad. It's puppy me, but it's making money. She's angry. And your food is getting frozen. Okay, so yeah, as I told you guys, we're just organizing the party. Okay, um, going higher right now, it's like when you forgot to buy something. Okay, but you don't know that until the party is almost done. You know, so when the party is almost already organized, you realize you missed something. That's what I mean when I say that we shouldn't be going higher after the opening. So any movement higher that we make should be to the buy side. And I took the trade because I hope we don't say, oh shit, we missed this for the party and we will need to go and buy it. You know, for me, these movements higher are that, you know, but there could be something that you say, okay, we need to buy that because if we don't, the party is not gonna be what it is. Okay, but at the same time, talking in market terms already, some people will think we will need to get at least here or here. So giving them that opportunity to think that it could happen, would be just uh, too helpful for the people. And the market is not. The market doesn't care what your feelings are. Snow? No. Yeah. Snow. Snow. Sorry, my puppy is biting me. Snow. Yeah. Snow. Yeah. Suelta. Snow. Snow. Yeah. Snow. Well, she doesn't want to give it. Yeah. 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 Snow. Yeah. Well, she's just biting it. Well, anyways, as I was saying, the market doesn't care about your feelings. The market doesn't care about giving you a last chance. Okay, so that's the reason why I don't think we will go there. Also, if you see these perfect equal bottoms here, just look how perfect they are. I think that's way more juicy for the market than these highs. Ignoring the part that we will need to match again the flow of Bitcoin, you know. So ignoring that, these are beautiful equal lows for the market. 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 So we have very juicy equal lows for the market today. So going higher is like nothing for it. I love these displacements that we have had. Usually at 8:30 a.m. we have displacements that give you the the insight where the market wants to go. We should have had it at 8:30, but 8:30 was just a mess. Nothing happened. Nothing happened at 8:30, so we decided to do the drop at 8:34 and one again at 8:47. Okay, so these displacements for me mean a lot. Okay, so yeah, because they tend to describe where the market wants to go. You know, these are like key times. You know, so yeah, I would expect if it doesn't happen in the next 10 minutes, in the next 5 minutes, sorry, or 10 minutes, I expect to happen in the next candle to be a drop. But I would like to see in the next 10 minutes a sweep on this liquidity and then continue going lower for the rest of the hour. Okay, at least until 10 a.m. Snow, ven. Snow, ven. Ven para acá, ven. Ven. She just want to be with daddy, right? She want to be with daddy. She want to be with daddy. She doesn't want to be with daddy. She just wants to go out. Okay. Okay, guys, we just so look, if we look at um, Bitcoin and crypto, guys, it's already starting to do a retracements. So let me just see something here. Just look how we started doing a retracement after this big drop that happened since Monday. Okay, look, we are starting to do a retracement, but we haven't do anything like this in NASDAQ. So that's the reason why I'm holding my trade to the downside. Okay, because we haven't given this market anything like that yet. Okay, yes, we had a small drop here, but nothing compared. Okay, and we will need to give the market that. We will need to give the market that, guys. Yeah. Look, we dropped 10,000 points, $10,000, and now we're up 3% again. So that's what I'm expecting with NASDAQ to happen as well. Okay, to drop massively, and the retracement that the Bitcoin or crypto is doing right now is something that should happen just after every drop. It should happen. That's like habitual, you know how it works. And that's why I say we will need to match their piece, you know. So for that to happen, we will need to drop today and tomorrow. Okay, so on Friday, so we could have our retracement, you know, our retracement, and that would be just fantastic to happen. So just look how we retrace here. So going down here and taking these lows for me, 300 points, 200 points, would be enough. Would be enough. But if we get close to here today and tomorrow we come back down here, or maybe lower, touching this void, it would be great. Okay, it would be fantastic. It would be just amazing to happen. But well, right now we're holding here, guys. It's gonna be a long stream today. So yeah. Shit.
¿Cuándo llevas plata para el viaje o qué, pe? Pásame. ¿Cuándo llevas plata para el viaje o qué, pe? Vas a ver.
So Bitcoin already it went up 3% since the drop, and yeah, I mean that's great. I expected that to happen, but I expect the divergency to continue today. So that means Bitcoin will go up, but it will go lower here in NASDAQ. Okay. Yeah, like going higher right now, not the best thing to do. So yeah, as I expected, nothing happened in these 15 minutes. So I expect the next candle to give me a drop at least close to this liquidity, and the next candle to give me the continuation to the downside. Okay, so let's see how it reacts. Let's see how it ends here. So you know. Okay, guys. So yeah, just as I expected, it's giving me the drop already. If in these last 2 minutes we drop really close to this liquidity, that means the drop that we will have today will be really massive, just as I'm expecting since I started the stream. But if not, the drop that we will have will be just around 200 or 300 points today. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, which is not bad. I mean, 200 or 300 points is just amazing. You know that I usually don't hold that long. Right now, I don't hold for too long. With 60 points or 70 points, I feel content. 80, amazing. Uh, Even though most of my analyses are 200 or 150 points daily, even though it is just like that, I don't like to hold onto my trades for that long because I'm kind of impatient. So yeah, that's the only reason why. Okay, that's the only reason why, guys. But yeah, I mean, if you count the whole movement, that's just amazing. If not, feel content with whatever you think it's enough for you. So with this another displacement that I had, I just expect the next candle to be a clear drop with not hesitation to the downside. Okay, it's okay what happens here. We don't care what is happening here because the next 50 minutes and 30 minutes to the opening bell should be a drop and to get away from this gap that has been really small for the last hour. Only 40 points, 50 points. We have been inside that range. Nothing amazing. But for me, getting away from this small gap that we have, this purple we just started the next candle. So something fantastic to happen would be dropping really massively for the next 5 or 7 minutes, and then making a retracement, and then dropping again uh, to close that 15-minute candle to give us an opening either to the buy side or continue dropping. That for what I know, we will just continue dropping during the opening non-stop. But whatever happens here, it's totally fine. Okay, so we just started to drop just as I wanted to happen, but we will need to see how the market continues to react. Okay. Okay, so just perfect. As I said, dropping in the next 5 minutes to the opening of that candle is just perfect, just fantastic for me. Uh, it gives me an insight of what the market really wants to do. And why I say that, guys, because usually when we drop too fast, we make retracements. And before the openings, the market openings, we tend to do retracements. So getting away from this right now, getting away, it's just something very fantastic to happen. Right now, I wouldn't like to see a retracement here. I wouldn't like to see a retracement here because that will mean we could continue going higher until 10 a.m. Why? Because when we tend to get away from 7:45 a.m. liquidity, this is 7:45 a.m. liquidity, guys. We tend to do it like really away from it. So if that happens from here, and we are this close and we retrace, we will not be getting that far, at least not for the beginning of the market. Yes, it could still happen, but it wouldn't be the best case scenario for me. I really wouldn't like to see that. I wouldn't really like to see this market getting away from 7:45 a.m. liquidity right now. What I would like to see is sweeping it, because if we sweep this right now, we will continue going lower, or at least we should continue going lower. Okay, so this for me is a very decisive moment. Okay, because of what I just said. So what I would like to see is two massive uh, downside candles to just give the market some time. Okay, so yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. Amazing. This is just fantastic. This is just too fantastic for me. This is what I wanted to see. As I said, look, in the next 5 or 6 minutes, I told you what I would like to see is in the next 5 or 6 minutes a drop, at least here. And yes, we could have a retracement. I don't care, because when we drop too fast, we make retracements, but we still continue going lower. So doing this for me just this best scenario for us to continue going lower. because that will mean, guys, that the market really wants to go lower. And as I said, reaching this liquidity right now uh, should give the market permission to continue going lower. It should happen, you know. But if it doesn't happen, that's completely fine. That's something that could happen as well. We could retrace, or we can just continue dropping until this liquidity, and from this liquidity going back up again. Okay. So right now we just wait a little bit to see how we continue reacting, because the candle is still at midway. Okay, we are just at the midway of the candle, getting straight to the bottom with this candle all straight down here. It will be just your whole confirmation that we will have a massive drop uh, today, if you haven't believed my words. That you don't have to, but I mean, I have been describing everything word by word, so that's up to you anyways. Okay. So yeah, right now I would like to see the market staying in this position. I don't like the retracement at all. I wouldn't like to see that, even though I say that it is normal to happen, the retracement to happen. You know, I would like to see drop and drops and drops. So yeah, let's see how this continues. This is just fantastic. We are still 7 minutes away for the candle to form. So I would like to see this, to see just a mess here, no retracements, just a mess here, and continue dropping. That's what I would like to see. Okay, I wouldn't like to see anything else than that. But if it happens, that's totally fine. Okay, great. This is just great. Fantastic. We are sweeping previous liquidities that we just create. That's great, because that can give us some insight that we really want to continue dropping. You know, I would like to see a sweep in this liquidity, to see a continuation before the candle closes. You know, not to see a continuation of the drop, but to to see a continuation in this candle, in this 15-minute candle. Remember that I based all of my trades in the 15-minute candle. So to see a continuation in this candle, I would like to see a sweep in this one, so I could see that the market really wants to go lower with this candle. Okay, if it doesn't happen, I mean, that's totally fine, but you know. That's my wife just right there taking care of me. So that's good life, good bro. So yeah, fantastic. We are really close of sweeping that. We haven't sweep it. So we will need to be really mindful here to see what happens. We are 5 minutes away from closing this candle, but sweeping that. Oh, we already swept that liquidity. Okay, let me see. I like that, I like that. But it wasn't as sweep as I wanted to see it. And since we are really close to the opening, we could reverse. We could reverse, so that's the reason why I'm taking the trade out, okay? we could have a reversal. So I don't want to lose my position. And yeah, so just give the market some time to see how it reacts. Okay, as I said, it's very normal for this to happen. We could have a retracement. I would like to see a mess right here, but since we are really close to the opening bell, uh, we can just come back and sweep these highs to then drop, something that wouldn't be very nice for me to see, but it can happen as well. Our open PNL is $600, guys, so this is just too much of fantastic thing. If, thank you. So if this would have been a funded account challenge, we would be really, really close to passing. Okay, just $200 away from passing it. So yeah, we can easily do that in the next time during the opening. So yeah, we just need to wait to see how it goes. Okay, so today we have only had one losing trade, and that's it. So, I think you ask yourself, how the fuck do you know? How the fuck do you know when the market is going to retrace? Well, guys, this is a thing that has happened due to all the investigation that I've done in the markets. Okay, I've been investigating the markets uh, every day, every single minute, every single second to see how the market reacts. Okay, so that's the reason why I knew we needed to do a sweep on this liquidity. You see, I told you I need a sweep on this liquidity, but I need a massive sweep on this liquidity. It wasn't a massive sweep on liquidity, guys, and that's why I decided to take my trade out. And just look what happened after that. We retraced all the way up, and I told you we can come back and take these highs out and then retrace. Why? Because the market hasn't opened yet. And also, I told you that if we want to, if we want um, eh, to go lower, we need to do this kind of games, you know. And if we want to do a massive drop today, uh, we would have need to end this candle in a downside close candle, you know. If it doesn't happen, I don't expect anything further than 200 or 300 points today. I really don't expect anything lower than that from the opening range. Okay, from the bottom of the opening range, I don't expect anything further than 200 or 300 points. But that's what it is. Tomorrow we might have a big and massive drop happening. So yeah, yeah, yeah. We just are making retracements. That's fine. This is not a very nice position to take a trade to the buy side or to the downside because we don't know how the market is gonna react. Okay, here we just started the next candle. Here we just started the next candle, guys. So we will need to see if we want to sweep this liquidity. So will need to see if we want to sweep this liquidity. That is the liquidity I told you that we wanted to reach for. Okay, so we can sweep that, or we can continue going lower from here. I don't take the trade to the downside, and I don't feel like taking it because we are still 15 minutes away from the opening bell. Okay, meaning anything could happen right now, anything. So we just need to wait. If we drop, it's okay because as I said, it's gonna be a long move to the downside. We're gonna dump the market. So yeah, we don't need to worry about it. So we can also, guys, come back up here before the open. Why? Because it could give us a high, low, and higher high to create a breaker to go lower. Okay, so by going up there, it wouldn't be for me very nice to happen. It really wouldn't be very nice. I wouldn't expect the market to go that high, but market things, you know. Also, I told you guys that I wouldn't like to see this being being reversing from here because that could mean that we want to continue going higher until 10 a.m. Okay, so yeah, it could mean that. But right now, as I said, I'm expecting a lower liquidity to just be swept. I'm not expecting this liquidity to just be swept. I'm expecting at least this target to be hit today. That would be the closest target we could get if the market doesn't want to make a lot of people cry. Okay, but if we really want to reach for 20,000 in NASDAQ, just as we did in Bitcoin as well, we should be reaching at least this liquidity here. Okay, at least this liquidity until 500. Okay, why I say that? So we can have a quiet retracement and then continue dropping to 20,000 in a smooth pace. Okay, but we will need to wait until the opening. We already took fantastic trades. We are 600 up in profit, so I'm gonna take my last trade. I hope I don't lose it, hopefully, but we will need to be really careful right now. Yes, I'm really tempted to take a trade here, but as I said, we still have a room to go higher, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't want to risk it. Okay, so this is like a premium and discount position, just as ICT says. If you watch ICT, you should know that term, but if you don't, ICT calls a premium market when you are in the highest position before a drop, and in a discount when you are in the lowest position before a bounce. So right now we are like in the middle of that. If you ask yourself why I don't count from this low to this high, and why I don't call this a discount and premium, it's because our range today is this. This is our range from this to this. Okay, if you see, we have been moving around this range the whole morning. Okay, and we haven't tried to reach back a higher liquidity here or lower liquidity. we have been inside this range. So this is gonna be our range to work with today. So anything that happens inside this range is what is gonna matter for us. So I didn't see this gap that we had in here, this fair value gap. Uh, if we respect this, uh, that will give me the insight that we will need to go for higher liquidity. Okay, so right now we have been respecting that. That's okay. I mean, it can just happen, uh, but I really don't want to see respecting any shit right now. I really want to see the market dropping, but we will need to wait before the opening. Okay, until the opening. I'm sorry. So let's see. So yeah, as I was saying, this is like a middle position. This is a middle position uh, to work with. We will need to give the people an entry, and this is not the entry. This is where you lose money. Okay, so you either get a displacement here and continue going down, okay, or the market is for one time in his life is good with the people and is going to give you a better entry in the buy side. Okay, which I don't think it's gonna happen, but it can happen. It can happen. So due to it can happen, you need to be careful with this, and you need to be waiting. You need to be patient. If you are not patient in the market, you will lose a lot of money. Okay. So yeah, right now we just wait. Uh, we just wait. Also, we still have this blue rectangle, guys. That this blue rectangle is a fair value gap that we have in the 4-hour chart. That we have been touching it, and going back down again, touching it, going back down again. So, for me, it would be a surprise that we go back up to it. It would be a surprise. This should be the moment where we just leave our mother and we leave the house and we just go to have our own life. This should be the moment. So that's why I'm really confident in taking trades to the downside. Okay, but yeah, we just need to wait. Just wait, be calm. Even though it's hard for me to say those words because I'm really patient sometimes. So but yeah, guys, like even when you know what the market is gonna do, uh, you don't have uh, to make it like for sure and to say okay that's gonna happen because I say it. No, because that's gonna get you to a position where you're gonna lose money, okay, and that you're gonna feel mad about it. And I tell you this because I've already been there, where maybe I know the market's going bottom to the bottom, but I just entered too early because I'm not patient and things like that, okay? Or yeah, maybe I could know that the market will reach higher liquidity, and I know that we will need to sweep this buy side and probably this one for a fact, like we should do that. Uh, but I'd rather to wait because the market can do whatever it wants, and it happens in a matter of seconds. You don't need news to move fast. You don't need anything to move fast. Fast. News are just like uh, uh, an excuse that they tell you, that they tell you and they tell you like, okay, so today we're gonna do whatever we want, But there are some days where they just say, okay, we're gonna do whatever we want, and we will not tell you, okay? We will not tell you what the fuck we want to do, or that we want to fucking manipulate more the market because the market is always manipulated. If you think this shit and whatever I've said, it's because this is a sellers and buyers doing its thing. Bro, you see anything else in the screen more than me talking to it in some lines? You don't see anything, and everything that I talk is based on the time. I don't say it because it's in my mind. I look at things like fair value, at some things like those that I don't say, but obviously they are in my mind. I look at the liquidity. I see the liquidity. Uh, those things are in my mind. But when I'm speaking, I just do it because the market is rigged. This is everything. This is an algorithm, guys, that is put here to do its thing. Oh shit! Give me 1 second, guys. This always happens when the market is about to open. Okay, so yeah. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So the market is rigged to do its own thing. Okay, we don't do anything else that the market doesn't want to do, algorithmically talking. So this reversal that we are doing here is something that the market always do before the open. Go and do your back testing, and you're gonna see that every time before the 5 minutes or 10 minutes to the market opening, we have a retracement to the opposite side where the market wants to go. That's usually like that. It is not always like that, but the most of the times it happens like that. This retracement, 25 minutes or 20 minutes before the opening, is what I didn't like. That's why I told you that if we want to drop heavily today, meaning 700 points, we should have done it here. I'm not saying it cannot happen, but it would have given me a way more confidence if we continue doing it from here. Okay, look how we are getting away from the opening bell right now in that candle. Okay, so if we really want to go lower, we should be sweeping this liquidity right now. Okay, so I think I'm taking my trade here. It's gonna be kind of risky, but I'm doing it. Okay, I'm not gonna risk too much in this trade because we are close to it. But since we are having this rapid move to the downside, back to this liquidity, that's why I decided to take the trade. But I will not hold for too long. Okay, I will not hold for too long this trade because the opening can move pretty fast. Okay, so yeah, I just entered maybe a little bit too late. That's totally fine. But yeah, I mean, as I said, we are going to continue going lower, or that's at least what we should. Okay, so I will have a really tight stop loss today. I will be putting my stop loss here because I don't want games, so yeah. So this should be really easy to do right now. Should be really easy. Should be an easy drop with no hesitations to the buy side. But we are always open to whatever the market wants to do. Okay, 7 seconds, 5 seconds for market opening. Anything could happen. We can have a sweep to the buy side and take us out of the market. But just as you see here, we just continue dropping. Okay, so this is just fantastic, guys. This is just fantastic. I closed it because this was the target that we needed to hit for the account. But just as you see here, I told you, you see how confident I am in my trades because I know exactly how the market moves. Just look at that. I don't need to fucking lie to you guys. I'm talking here word by fucking word what is happening in the market. I know nobody knows more than me about the market. Probably ICT knows more than me, but beside him, I don't think anyone else in the world knows more than me about what is happening in the market. And that's not because I say it, that's because God gave me that gift, okay? And I'm gonna be giving that to you guys, okay? I'm gonna be giving that to you as God put ICT in my life, okay? And thanks to ICT, that's why I know all of these things. Not because he taught me, but because he gave me the desire to do them and the eager to to be able to get to this kind of analysis. Okay, so yeah, this is just fantastic, guys. We had a net profit of 900 and a funded account. If you know, anyways, a fantastic trade. You see how confident I was in taking my trade here. I closed it because I didn't need anything else from the market today. I already took whatever I wanted from the market. Yeah, you know. Anyways, so let me do something here, guys. I have something here that I don't find. Oh shit, where is it? I don't find what I'm looking for. Wait 1 second, guys. I had something written here. Oh, here it is. Well, I don't see it here. What the fuck? Okay, I don't understand. Okay, I see what. Okay. Well, whatever, guys. So yeah, here I had the drop. We will continue dropping, guys. If you are trading, feel confident to take any trades inside this range here because we are not getting back to the opening bell, at least not yet. Okay, so feel confident to do that. Feel confident to take any downside trends, trades today because we are going to be heavily dropping. I didn't do it because I don't need it. I already have what I wanted. So yeah, like any higher movements that you get, feel free to enter to the trades because we are heavily dropping today, at least until 10 a.m. If it doesn't happen, guys, if it doesn't happen, we will not drop for this week. If we don't drop 200 or 300 points at least today, this week we are not doing any drops. But the beginning of the next week will be really massive, really massive. But I really don't think that's gonna happen. What I think is we're dropping today. That's it. So yeah, use this fair value gap as entry points. Use anything that is created here confidently as entries, but always manage your risk. Why I say that? Because if you don't manage your risk, for instance, let's say you get a drop here and you enter down here. Yes, we are going to continue dropping, but since it's been a fast pace, guys, you can have easily, guys, a retracement to this point easily. And if you enter here and we make a retracement to here, that's a 50 points retracement, okay? And if you cannot cover that, if you cannot cover a retracement of a 50 points, that's gonna kill your account. And then you're gonna see in the next 2 minutes it dropping 120 points. Okay, so that's why I tell you, manage your risk, but every entry should be in a retracement. Okay, and if you know what you're doing, you are going to be pending fair value gaps or voids or retracements, or many things like those. Okay, but for now, you know, uh, feel free to enter any drops. We should be continue dropping at least until 1020. Until 1020, we should be at least reaching this liquidity. At least, okay, we should be reaching it. Okay, so that was everything for today. If you feel that you like this, please follow me. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow at this time. Okay, so yeah, just follow me. You can watch my other videos if you want, so you can see that I'm not lying. Literally I explain to you what happens in the market every fucking second, and that's like a 90% uh, without mistakes. Okay, so yeah, I have losing trades too, and I have many things where sometimes I just mess around and I overtrade, or I just try to do more than I feel content with. And when you do that, you fuck yourself. Okay, so yeah, that was everything for today, guys. Have a fantastic day, and thank you for those who watched me. So yeah, guys.